Medical Dilemma.
Welcome back to Medical Dilemma. Again, we would like to say thank you to our major sponsors, Makati Medical Center, St. Clair's Medical Center, and LifeQuest Training and Consultancy Corporation. So, going back to our discussion on laser surgery and its applications, Doctora, from what I understand, lasers are also used in industrial equipment, especially for cutting materials.
Yes,
and so I
yes.
know the dangers of working around such equipment. Are there similar dangers in the use of laser equipment in your practice?
Yes, definitely there are. That's why it's very important for the operator, our residents. I always tell them the importance of laser safety because of the characteristics of the lasers. It can harm you if you are an unintended target, and the laser will hit you, especially in the eyes. So it's very important that a laser operator should wear goggles. And the goggles are different. So according to the laser, you cannot use the laser for carbon dioxide laser for NVIAG. No? So it's specific.
So not only...
It's not protective, it's not specific.
What
How
about
the patient?
Yes.
The patient also. All patients should be
wear goggles.
wear goggles. And there are goggles for patients. It's unlike the goggles for the doctor.
So they're different
it's
also.
fully protective because it's made of plastic, metal. Yeah.
Kasi may kasabihan nun, especially when you, for the eyes, no, that you should not look straight on this laser.
Yes, it's like looking
How come?
because it's like looking directly to the sun. And the sun, according to the literature, the laser is even brighter than the sun. Okay, so if you look at you don't look directly into the laser light, especially if it's triggered. No? So you have to wear goggles.
So even
and
if you're doing laser on the legs, you still
yes,
did
yes,
not
as long
look
as
at
it's
it.
laser or intense pulse light. Intense pulse light is not a laser, but it's also so intense. It will destroy your eyes also. So everyone, it's not only the patient, it's not only the doctor, even the nurse, even the
just
assistant.
standing by and
So everyone in
assisting
the
or
laser
what?
room should wear goggles.
Another thing you mentioned is unique. That is unique in the laser room is the absence of mirrors, right?
Yes, because
how come?
Because the mirror will reflect the light, and the light from the mirror might go to you, to the operator,
and hit you
or
anywhere.
to anybody in the room.
And that will result in a burn, maybe,
Yeah,
or
and
what?
burn.
Oh.
So I suppose any shiny surface
Yes.
has to be
That can
taken out of
reflect.
the laser
That
room.
reflects. Yeah.
Anything that reflects.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, she mentioned also about tattoos, right? Noong unang panahon, especially in the Philippines, only criminals or,
Only criminals.
or suspects wear tattoos. But now it's the fad, it's the in thing,
And
you know?
that's why when I was in Harvard with my mentor in lasers, I told him there's no market of laser in tattoos in the Philippines. Why? Because only the convicts, only the criminals use it, and then
they don't
care about it.
Then
like
they
to
want
remove
it to remain there because panindak din yun eh,
Yes,
di ba?
but not anymore at this time. Kasi in na yung tattoo sa atin, even in the Philippines, di ba? Even in young people, talagang it's in. But you know, my kids, they don't have tattoos, kahit na paano na sila kabarkada, wala talagang tattoos because when they were small, when they were little, I would bring them to the clinic and then I will show them the laser center. Kasi I don't have tattoos ha. So until now, wala pang may tattoo sa kanila.
Ano yun? Yung nagpapalis ng tattoo yun
guess
sa laser
nagpapalis
center?
ng tattoo, no? Kasi masakit eh.
Masakit ba? Even with
it's
some
masakit. And if you
anesthesia?
have tattoos all over, talaga masakit.
But it's possible to remove all of those.
Yeah,
to
several
not the
treatments.
trace.
Several treatments.
But
At
you
saka
can-
ngayon, marami ng bagong laser eh. It's not unlike before, kill switch lang eh. Now, we have the picosecond lasers na mas effective. Mas effective sa tattoo at saka sa pigmented lesions.
How is it
eh,
able to erase the tattoo?
Yeah, but the laser does it, hindi ba? There's a laser
Pigment.
tissue interaction,
Yes.
absorption of light. And then that light breaks down the laser pigments.
The pigments
Oo.
after.
So after the treatment, kasi nga there's a breakdown, after the treatment, during the first few days, akala mo pala, ay bakit laging tumindi? Lalong, because
Nag-darken.
nag-burst yung mga laser pigments eh.
But
Yung mga tattoo
eventually,
pigments,
it will disappear. I see.
They're taken in by the lymphatics.
Because a warning, I think in the government, even if you apply abroad, they usually ask as part of the questionnaire, applying for a job, if you have some tattoos.
Yes,
I
that's
don't know
right.
why
I
they're
noticed
biased
that.
against but tattoos, no?
Yeah,
Can you have
they're
any
biased
comment
against
on
tattoos.
that?
That's why most of our patients are, not really most, but some of the patients that I have treated came because they want to work abroad, or a girl wants to get married and it's a different guy. So yung nakatouch pa yung pangalan, iba.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's a
you
warning
have
for
to
our audience. Don't
So
put
never
names, no?
have your-
Generics na lang,
Your boyfriend or
sweetheart.
girlfriend's
Oh,
name
yeah.
tattooed.
Love,
You'll
ganun
regret
na
it.
lang.
Oo.
Huwag na yung
They're
particular
lucky
name.
that at least now, dati noon, dinidermabrasion yan eh.
Mas mahirap yun.
Oo,
Yes,
tapos
kinikis-kis.
scarring.
Oo.
Oo, sakit
It's
din
like
yun.
sanding it
Oo.
off.
Yeah, sanding it
sanding.
off,
Oh my
dermabrasion.
gosh.
Hindi na masyadong nagagamit kayo ng dermabrasion.
I see. Wow, ha?
So, side effect would be scarring. Kung keloid former ka, magkaka-keloid ka sa area na yun kung you use dermabrasion.
I see. Another question, supposing you remove the tattoo, and these are very important in medical legal cases because the tattoo helps to identify a person, a dead person with no other identifying marks. But if you remove it, is it possible to find or determine at least that there was a
There was
tattoo,
treatment. Yeah,
that there was a tattoo there before?
Yes, I think.
It
It's
can be
possible.
done.
It cannot be very nice. There's still a mark.
Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Even beneath the skin,
there's still a mark.
Oh, that's
So
good.
even in a dead body, you can still
Yes.
determine that.
Oo. Very rarely do you really see a perfect skin tone and color.
After it has
after
been
tattoo
damaged
treatment, yeah.
by tattoo.
Okay.
I see.
So you still see.
So you can call a dermatologist who usually does laser, and she will tell you that there was a previous tattoo in that area.
Malalaman din. Oh, that's good for forensic purposes, sometimes.
I see.
So, any more to ask about?
Well, yes. I still would like to go back to the concern about the proliferation of derm clinics or beauty centers.
okay.
Is there some
Especially in
initiative to
Thailand, where you have been.
regulate the industry?
I
Yeah, like
don't know
in Thailand, there's like
which
it's like 7-Eleven in
government
Thailand.
institution is responsible for that. It could be the Department of Health, but I don't see the Department of Health doing it. I don't see also Philippine Medical Association doing it.
Doing
so it's
the
actually
monitoring,
the
you mean?
Philippine Dermatological Society is trying to do its best to police to police its ranks, because there are actually many PDS certified doctors who are into that. But I think they're less problematic because more or less they do medical ethics, and the principles of medical ethics is still with them, no? Except of course when they advertise.
Yes.
But the problem is when there is no doctor around.
Yeah, but one form is the eyebrow, right? Sometimes we have tattooing of the eyebrow, and definitely walang mga doctor doon, mga
suppose
lang,
so,
beauticians
yes.
who
Yes.
do it. But that's allowed naman. Safe naman doon siguro, no?
I don't know. So far,
idea.
I haven't seen any patient who had problem with tattooing of the
Eyebrows,
Of the
and the
eyebrows.
eye lines, and the
except
eyeliner.
of course they want to make it perfect. That's why they go again to the dermatologist for perfecting the tattoo
The arch of the
eyebrows.
eyebrow.
Talaga naman.
Talagang they want to, so little by little yan, you have to make it perfect.
But what if it's no longer the trend?
Ayun. Hindi, kung tattoo, trend
eyebrow
naman
style.
ngayon. O baka uso yun, wala ng eyebrows, no?
Oo,
Now
yun ang
you're
wala
stuck
na,
with
uso
that.
na
Well, my follow-up question to the regulation question is, so let's say a patient goes to an aesthetic center and it didn't turn out, in the way that the patient desired it to be.
Okay.
Doctora, does the patient have a way of running after
It
the center?
depends. Again, there's informed consent. That's the usual, the
Yeah.
number one defense of
That's the
the
informed
practitioner.
consent. And then the patient doesn't bother to read all the fine lines. And the fine lines will tell the patient that
This can
what are
happen.
complications, and they can be controlled, mga ganun ba.
So
And we
there's
don't know who will be the candidate for
nakalusot na
that.
yung,
Oo.
yung clinic.
That's a
okay.
very
So there's
good
something
offense.
that has to be signed
Yeah.
before the procedure is.
Of
As
course,
a
we
rule.
advise our patients to really look on to read the fine lines.
Although,
And any consent that you
Yes, oo.
you sign, of course, unlike the credit card application, and there's so many fine lines. Sometimes you don't bother to read them.
Yeah.
pero dito,
But this one is more important because it concerns your health.
yeah, and your
Right,
body.
it's- it's
your
your
body
physical
change.
appearance.
Yeah, physical appearance.
Although in the Philippines, verbal consent is also effective. I mean, it's
Verbal
obvious,
consent.
nag-usap-usap kayo. Sige, punta ka na dun sa klinik ko ng ganito and gagawin natin to. Sinabi, and they consented. Usually that's okay. But iba na rin yung may document because people have short memories.
Yes.
Sometimes they forget that you
So
have
the
told them
document
that.
is for the protection of the patient or the physician?
More of the physician,
More
I
of the
guess.
More of the
physician,
physician.
yeah.
Okay, so in that
And the
absence,
hospital.
can a patient run after?
Usually,
the
pag
physician.
merong consent form, mahirapan
na.
din, di ba?
Yeah.
Especially with if the patient is educated and knows what he's going into.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. There are many cases like that.
Not- I
It's
mean,
mostly for
yes.
burns, if ever. Kasi
Yes.
kung minsan burns, you have to control the setup.
Yes, actually, that's
And-
my next question. What are the
Yeah.
most common so-called mistakes that can happen?
Improper parameters, but our parameters, these are actually the setting
The
of the
settings
machine.
of the machine. Yes.
So you do the setting according to the the um, the color of the skin. For a darker complexion patient, you have a different parameter. For a lighter complexion patient, you have a different parameter. So they're actually the wavelengths. What wavelength, what kind of laser are you going to use? And then how long are you going to apply the heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is
Its
where the
pulse
expertise
duration.
comes in, no?
Yeah.
Not
And
just
then,
anybody knows that.
What is the, I mean, the intensity of the heat, which is joules. So these are very important parameters that
And
you should.
who should analyze that? It
Yes,
should
and
be the
you are able
dermatologist,
to analyze
right?
that only, or you are able to use it only if you have proper laser training.
Yeah, that's
How long
important.
does a doctor take to master all these parameters?
After medicine? After
Yes,
medicine.
Actually,
medicine.
General medicine.
During the residency, unlike before when there's no training program yet, during our time, now that's already part of fellowship, and in many institutions like Makati Med is already part of residency. So during the residency, they're already exposed to laser procedures. They're already lectured on the lasers, the basics. So, and then during fellowship, if want to go into fellowship of laser surgery or cosmetic dermatology, it's part also.
Are not the apparatuses that
Now-
you use
Now,
expensive?
those who are already, excuse me,
Yeah,
those
sorry.
who are already into dermatology and want to learn, you can attend sessions in the States, whether it's in
Postgraduate
Thailand,
courses,
postgraduate
I know.
courses. Okay.
And that can be done.
And
Oh,
they're
go-
like what? 2 weeks long, 1 month long?
No,
A month
usually
sometimes,
5 days.
5
5
days.
days only.
5 days, but of course you're not happy with 5 days, so you go to another course again until you're able to grasp the subspecialty. Okay. Of course, you don't like to work into something that has many risks. And then,
Because each apparatus is different, di ba?
yes, its
You
apparatus
must
is
be
different.
attuned to it,
Yes.
right? Are the apparatuses expensive? And that
Yes,
is
yes,
that's
it's
why
very
you have to pay
expensive.
for it also.
Yes, that's why it's very expensive. That's why before in Makati Med, when we were just starting, our medical director knew that we cannot get the ROI,
Recoup.
the
Oh,
return
yeah,
of
return
investment.
of investment.
But because you want to be at the forefront in the
You have to
in the
invest in it,
treatment
yes.
in the Philippines, so you want to buy that machine. And then here we cannot make it expensive as in the States. Like
Yeah, of
laser
course.
resurfacing used to be in the US $5,000, but here we can only ask for maybe about $1,000, not even.
Not even,
It's about
no.
$500 lang or $300.
At saka hindi pa yung
Yes.
cover ng PhilHealth
Yes,
and other
it's not covered by
insurances because
PhilHealth.
it's
Yeah,
for
it's not
maybe
covered.
Sometimes I
vanity
see
only.
window signs saying 1,000 pesos per session. And then you even get a discount if you get
That's
6
very cheap
sessions.
na. That's very cheap
Yeah,
that's
now.
why.
Like
That's
with
why.
laser hair reduction.
I'm so curious,
It's very
yes.
cheap now.
That's
Oo.
right.
But
Because
really, because there
because
are
of
also
the competition,
proliferation
I
of
guess.
laser machines that are cheap. That's why they are able to do that.
Okay.
Because unlike in Makati Med, we always get the top of the line machines. So it's expensive. Like the one machine for hair removal can cost you about 4 million, 5 million.
Oh my gosh, it
So
goes
how
that
can
high.
you get the return of investment?
The
$5
apparatus.
million.
Oh
So-
my gosh. Sometimes
And
it's
then
just
the
provided
maintenance
by
is also
the.
expensive.
Oh, it's
So-
provided usually by the hospital, and then you just share, or you
Yeah,
buy
you
it
just share
your
actually.
own.
No, the other centers, that's why they can afford very cheap treatments. It's because kasi they use the cheap machines.
cheap machines.
Made in Korea, made in China, made in...
Parang
In
ano rin pala,
Taiwan.
parang rin mga cameras, et cetera, et cetera
Yes.
yan.
Ganun din, yeah.
It's made in US or in China.
Okay, well, we have reached the end of our show. So if you may want to say a few words to our audience before we say goodbye.
First of all, I would like to thank you again for having me here.
Welcome.
And I would like to advise only the patients that you go to a board-certified dermatologist from the Philippine Dermatological Society, and you try to find out who is going to treat you when you go to outside clinics.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Dr. Lainez.
How about
Dr.
me?
Sanchez.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with trying to look beautiful or go back to your youthful self. There's nothing wrong with that. I believe if you have the money, do it. No?
Yes.
Kasi as I said earlier in one of our episodes, we said that, if you were born ugly, that's not your fault.
Yes.
But if you die ugly, that's your
your
fault.
And if you are
Anyway.
rich and you're not, you have not improved yourself,
Oh,
that's your
that's
fault
also
again.
your fault again.
Okay, well said,
You should
well
think
said.
of the people who look at you too. You should try to appear pleasant looking for them.
Okay, thank you,
also.
Dr. Sanchez. If the hair is one's crowning glory, I suppose the skin is one's royal robe. Therefore, with the proliferation of derma clinics in the country, we should be more discerning with where we get our treatments from, just to make sure we don't ruin our first impression. Thank you for watching Medical Dilemma. Watch us again next Sunday, 6 p.m. here on GNN. You can also catch us every Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon on this same channel. Help patients and families in crisis, be aware, and show you care. Have an enlightened week ahead of you.
Talaga. Hindi mo na.
Medical Dilemma